Over the weekend, I was in northern Ohio. I was shocked to see Amish people at the grocery store. So, Amish people go to the grocery store more than a lot of people think. They just don't go for everything. So, an example of the items my mom would get at a grocery store would be salt, spices, stuff like that, Kool Aid. I drank a lot of Kool Aid growing up. It was like pop for us. We didn't have pop because it was too expensive. But Kool Aid was a couple cents for a pack of the Kool Aid. You'd put it in, mix it in with some water, and you'd have Kool Aid. So stuff like that that my mom, mustard, Miracle Whip, stuff that she would get at the grocery store, as well as like bleach, some cleaning supplies, stuff like that. She made her own laundry soap, but she did not make homemade soap most of the time. So for like washing, bathing, stuff like that. So we would have bar soap for that, shampoo that she would buy at a store, not necessarily a grocery store. But so we did go to the store for certain things. We just didn't go for a lot of our food. Flour she would get in big bags from an Amish bulk food store. Like chocolate, she would get a big slab of chocolate to make candy in the winter. She would get that from an Amish bulk food store. A lot of stuff was bought in bulk, but there are things that we do need at a regular grocery store. I even remember my mom buying frozen pizzas before and bringing them home and putting them in the oven so she didn't have to cook. She'd buy a couple of frozen pizzas because they were on sale for real cheap, and she'd get a bargain on them. So she would buy those and bring them home, and we wouldn't keep them for long. They were for dinner that evening. I never really liked them though. They were not nearly as good as my mom's homemade pizza, which was basically a homemade pizza dough, kind of soft, but I don't know. The consistency is not like a regular pizza, like a hand tossed pizza. It was more, I don't know, more like a cornbread consistency. I don't know. It's hard to explain really. It wasn't like cornbread though. But then she would layer it with homemade pizza sauce, ground beef that was browned, so basically a brown hamburger. And then she would just put Velveeta cheese, layer that on top, thinly sliced, and then she would bake that. Man, that was so good. Still my favorite ever pizza. Aldi was my mom's favorite store, and it's one of my favorite stores to buy groceries to this day. If you guys haven't ever been to Aldi, if there's one in your area, go check it out. It's got really, really good prices. But I still buy them to this day. But she used to get these ice cream sandwiches, and like a whole box of ice cream sandwiches, and we would all have like an ice cream sandwich or so. Those were the best things ever.